going to a little bit different segment of football. We'll talk about this a little bit.
All right.
We haven't had you on, or we haven't chatted since we broke ground on the football only facility. But people have questions about that. People have questions about timelines and expectations, and when this will happen, when that'll happen, why it's not finished yesterday, and everything else. Can you talk to us about the football only facility and give us an update there?
Trust me, I wanted it finished yesterday as well.
It's not just us.
It is something I am working on every day across my desk, and because I know how important it is, and not only to the football program, but to our entire athletic department, to this community, to the success of the football program. I go back; it also brings in revenue to this community. As you and I have talked about on earlier shows, 6 home games represents over $100 million of economic impact to Tallahassee and Leon County. So we have to do our part and keep the sustained success of this program where people are coming into the community and using their free time and their entertainment dollars here. But that facility, we have broken ground. And actually, there's work going on right now. There's water lines being ran from across campus, and that was going before we did the official breaking of the ground. Running water lines there. That's going on. We have to move the west annex of the indoor facility where all the electrical to the indoor and everything that runs that. We're building a new annex on the east side of the building. So that's currently, I get to watch that progress every day out my window. So they've already started that process before we can do anything over here. So the process is going, and we should be getting into really digging, let's say, where the footprint's going to be and all that this fall. And timeline just keeps moving after that as fast as we can go. But the process is in place. We're excited about it. How about this? If you, TJ, you know how much I study stats, and I go back and look at it, and I'm analytical. If you were to guess where we are in dedicated football space in the ACC, we're not talking anybody else. The ACC, we're in ninth place at 41,000 square feet dedicated football space. Ninth in our own conference.
Yeah.
So it's going to have an impact on that program. But also it's going to have an impact, and you've heard me say this before, because now the weight room here in Moore gets freed up for other sports a little bit more often. I have one sport that has to work out at 5:36 in the morning because that's the only time available.
Yeah.
Because when you have 20 sports rolling through there, it takes some time. The training room will get freed up a little more because football will have a different training room for those 120 athletes. So there's more time in the rehab pools and machines and everything we have for other athletes. So it's going to have a dramatic impact across all of our sports, and that's something that I'm really anxious to get it up and built because you are going to see the benefit across everyone.
College football has certainly become an arms race, and everybody's got, well, not everybody, but the elite programs do have the facilities. But
Right.
$100 million in this thing, the renderings are pretty special. I'm excited to get in there. State of the art, right? Like, it just is as good as you can get. I'm excited. For those that maybe aren't as familiar, can you talk about just some of the details? We haven't had you on to talk about it just yet. I know a lot of this has been made public, but just some of the neat features, because it really does look pretty awesome.
Well, everything we're doing too is to have an impact on the program. But we went and studied others. We went and studied NFL and looked at the technology, and we even tried to do some things to forecast or working with our partners in Populous, who builds these for a living for about every university and NFL team, about what's coming down the line. But we're looking at virtual reality where a student athlete can go in, and because you're only allowed by NCAA rules 20 hours a week, but you can study film and everything on your own. But now Jordan can go in and virtual reality, and we're playing Miami. He can get snaps of looking at Miami's defenses and checks all day long under huddle, under center almost, of like he's looking at it real time in a room of reading defenses. So guards, linebackers can get their cues by going in the virtual reality room and just get more reps during the week to prepare them for the game. So that's some of the things we're doing with the meeting spaces. Are going to be have the latest technology, some things we stole from some teams in the NFL. So, but it's going to be everything about growth with this facility. You've heard me say before, there's not going to be a lazy river flowing around it. This is a facility that's going to be about making them better on the football field, is also with some academic space that we're going to be able to expand and add, is also going to influence them in the classroom as well and assist them there. So we're really excited about putting all the resources available back to the student athlete growth.
No lazy river, but I wouldn't hate if you built in a way to carry that gator head around at the end of that game in November. If they do a certain well enough in the practice, they can carry that around and just feel how that feels coming
No
up
problem.
For November. I may come in and try that one out. So, but just talk to us a little about how people can get involved, how they can support, how they can maybe come out and see Coach and you if they have you on a plane to go with them or not. But talk to us a little bit about how people can get involved and support.
Yeah, last night we were in Pensacola, and that's such an important area for us, the Panhandle, and really I call it kind of getting re-engaged in that area with Coach. And we had at least 400 people turn out last night in Pensacola, and it was a great crowd, and we got so many great Seminoles there that we're just proud to get out and share our vision. And I think we're being in Orlando next Monday. I think we're in Miami later in the week, next week, and just getting out and really thanking the people for all their support. Because we are growing and we are getting better, but we're a self-sustaining athletic department, so we don't get any state funds or anything from the university. So for us to continue to reinvest in the student athlete experience and provide the very best resources, whether that's nutrition, academic support, tutors, facility, everything that we provide our student athletes all comes from what we're able to go out and fundraise for, and all of our different revenue streams. So we're going out, and I call it the power of one. We got to get our donor base up, because this boosters represent about 38% of our athletic budget, and so if it's $70, if it's $100, I'd love to see it be $25,000. But just getting to us annually and growing that annual fund. We have the largest alumni base in the ACC, 375,000 roughly, about 50,000 more than North Carolina. And people don't believe this stat, but yet we're 6th or 7th in number of donors within our own conference. So we got to get it up to about 20,000, and every dollar matters. If you're living in Iowa right now, living in Chicago, and love the Garnet and Gold, so just $70, just joining the boosters and getting involved and knowing that that's going directly to support the student athlete experience and provide them the very best that we can provide them. That's what it's about. And it's continue, if you believe in what our coaches are doing across the board and the vision of the department, we just ask you to get involved with us, and I think you would be very happy that you did, knowing the type of people that you interview and the type of young men and women we have associated with this program or this department would make you happy to be supported.
Yeah, absolutely. We try and bang that drum. We try and let people know. It's almost a badge of honor to know that you're, it might be a small part, but that you are, when you talked about flipping on the TV and seeing that brand and seeing that logo, to know that, again, it may be a small part, but you're supporting that and you're helping kind of make that possible. And so, with the plans as cheap as they are, you can do $5 a month, and it's it's less than a cup of Starbucks.
Less than a cup of coffee. and it's just join us and believing in our vision. And so many people have stepped up. We've been able to grow it, but we want to get to the 20,000 mark. We really want to get. There's no excuse why we can't, and that's just getting our message out. And I'm so glad you're having our student athletes on, because I'm a firm believer when you hear them or get a chance to meet them, you're going to want to contribute. You're going to want to assist at any level that you can, because knowing that it goes back to provide for them, and what just the resources we can provide for them all comes from that.
Yeah. Well, Michael, we appreciate you a ton for hanging out, spending some time with us this afternoon. Look forward to getting back up there in a few weeks and seeing you, but thank you so much for your time and all that you do for FSU.
I'm looking forward to having you guys back up here. Looking forward to coming to Tampa I think that's in May at some point. We're down
Wow.
in Tampa, so hopefully I'll be able to see you there when we do the Norvell Tour, and I think we do the Quarterback Challenge golf tournament at the same time. So I'm looking forward to getting down there. So many great knolls in your neck of the woods as well. So I
Yeah.
just want to say I appreciate everybody. Appreciate your support. Join the boosters. Come out and support our student athletes, and because they are truly special people. TJ, I tell people all the time, I got 600 great stories to tell. If I just get you around one of them, you're going to want to support and help them achieve their success.
Love it. Love it. Good stuff. Well, we appreciate it, man. We'll talk to you soon. Go Knowles.
Appreciate it. Go Knowles.
Hey guys, thanks for watching this. I sat down with AD Alford for about 45 minutes and we talked about a bunch of other things, from Norvell's contract extension to the football only facility, where he dropped some insight there, to conference realignment and what he wants from the ACC, and what he thinks about Florida State in this crazy world of conferences realigning and teams moving from conference to conference. And so anyway, go check those other videos out. They're either on this channel that you're watching on currently, or they're on our second channel, because they deal with FSU just kind of more in general. They're not football related only. Go check that channel out. We'll link it above. It's the DFNS Sports channel that we launched just about a week ago. Go check those out. Appreciate AD Alford for sitting down. Make sure you're subscribed here and there so you don't miss out on anything. We'll talk to you guys soon. Go Knowles.